My dad did not like comic books. He would take them from me and burn them as I watched. Naturally, as a kid, that made me very upset. Dad did not like that. Not one little bit. He reached over the table, grabbed me by the collar with his steak knife, and put it in my mouth. Why so serious? Luckily, we now live in the digital age. And now I have made myself a home here at the Entertainment Nerd. Kick your feet up and stay a while. Greetings, nerds. This is brought to you by Entertainment Nerd. www.entertainmentnerd.club. Reminding you all to keep it nerdy.
Oh, wow.
What do you guys think of that?
I've seen that.
That was sick.
dope.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Very nice.
Bravo. Bravo. Wait, Ernie, you cast it twice.
You're here double A time, man.
I know one on the laptop and one on the phone.
Which one do you want me to get rid of? Or you get rid of the one you want to get rid of?
So the second one that just showed fat face. Get rid of that one.
The one that you had your hand in front of?
No, the other one.
Okay.
The closer, the fuzzier shot.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Welcome everybody to another edition of Nerd Talk.
Oh, we got some.
Oh, that's my fault. All right.
Oh,
Ow.
To another edition of Nerd Talk. I'm here with the crew, man. I'm here at the Nerd News Happy Hour. This is becoming,
Hey.
yeah.
the family. And thank you, Shauna. Love you too. And unfortunately, we're missing a member, but I'm pretty
Only
sure
temporary. I'm sure he'll come back on.
as well as missing a member that's probably going to be in the comic session. Miss you, mommy.
Oh yes, Nick.
Ah,
Where you at, girl?
Yeah.
Where you at?
Where you at, girl?
Leave me hanging, girl.
where'd she go? Where'd she go?
You want to leave me here all by myself?
For now.
Thanks, Sean.
Oh,
Fine, it's fine.
We're going to start the night tonight with, I think, rapid fire. You guys got some rapid fire questions?
Oh, we got some rapid fire articles.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Which one? Hold on, let me get to it. Oh shit, laptop's holding up this week.
ah.
Woo-hoo.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. You know what it was? It was a bad. AC adapter.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yep. It was pushing the laptop. It was reading that the battery was bad.
Right.
So it was pushing. The laptop was literally doing too much work at one time. And so now it's running smooth. I tested it out yesterday. I didn't test it out streaming, which is why I popped into chat twice to see if it would support it. But I'm able to hear you guys.
There she is.
There's.
Yeah.
I see her.
Hey, mommy face.
Oh, girl.
Boo. Passed out. So we're gonna hit some rapid fire articles. It should be a few minutes long, nothing fast. But we had an article a few weeks ago where a man's wife sold his PlayStation 5 after she discovered he lied and said it was an air purifier.
What? That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. I found that article. I'm like, what are you gonna trick your wife into thinking that a PlayStation 5 is an air purifier? Come on, who are you kidding? Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta admit, it does kind of look like
I
one.
mean,
It kind of did, but
yeah, it does. I mean,
Nah,
it does
dude.
kinda look like one.
She had to be a blonde. She's a blonde.
I'm not a blonde.
I don't know about that.
Well, right now we got-
see the look of it, but I mean,
I think we got 4 non-blondes.
yeah, right.
All Right. So yeah, that's kind of crazy that he did that. No, she's not back yet. And then we had news a few weeks ago also that Warner Movies is sending everything on their schedule to HBO Max.
Yeah, they
Kind
are.
of dope. Matrix.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's next week. I can't wait for that. And if you have HBO Max, there's a 3-minute clip. The first 3 minutes of the movie is available on HBO Max. So those of you that subscribe to it, great content. I just happened this week. I have Xfinity, and it's now a live app on my cable box, so I don't have to worry about trying to find the app. Also, if you have a Roku, it is also now available on Roku as well. They kind of waited till the last minute to get that app in other places where they
Did they?
but
Did they though? And they really did. And I want to comment real quick on this. Like people giving Warner Media a bunch of crap about this, but in the time we're living in right now, what else were they going to do? At the end of the day, they're a studio. At the end of the day, they have to get their movies and get these in front of eyes.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is not many people are going to go to theaters right now, and probably won't be for a majority of, I'm guessing, 2021 as well.
Mhm.
So as a studio, you have to think, how are we going to get this out there? Especially when you're talking about brands like DC who want to like build, who it's not like, hopefully I'm dreaming here. Hopefully have more so of a plan now, and you're like totally destroying that plan if you're not releasing anything next year.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a good plan on the part of Warner Brothers. Of course, we have a follow-up article to that. AMC's not happy with Warner Brothers. Of course they're not. They weren't happy with Universal and what Universal pulled. I'm glad to see that they didn't single out just Universal and Comcast. They're not happy with Warner Brothers. I'm sorry, AMC, the fans, and the movie companies has got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
And right now,
Exactly.
things aren't getting better. I mean, it's not like what Warner Brothers said is every movie that we are releasing, we're not just solely sending it to HBO Max. It's going to also have a theatrical release same day. So no one's going to have it one time or the other. It's just one of those things of, it makes sense, and they're being safe. Unless you're going to put me in a bubble or one of those Google pods that they have at the Google, and Google. I just don't see myself going to the theater. Well, I might go for Wonder Woman.
Right. And
Right.
the theaters need to realize that. And I get the theater point of view too. The fact that, well, if you release it the same day on HBO Max, what's enticing people to come to the theaters? That's a fair point. But the truth of the matter is we live where we live right now. And they just kind of get over it.
Exactly.
There's still going to be people who are going to want to go to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's no two ways around it.
No.
There are people who are just going to be like, whatever, I really want to go see this, so I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So this covers both your bases. It really does. And I think that it is a smart move. You're going to capture, this is basically making sure, well, if plan A doesn't work, I have plan B. So if you're going to go to the movies, at least they're going to sit at home and watch it on HBO Max.
At least for the fans' benefit than anybody else, because make no doubts about it, Warner Media is going to lose their control with this. They're not going to make their money on these movies.
No, they're not.
They're going to make some money. They're not going to make nearly as much as. Well, I don't know. Because think about it. There are a lot of people who wouldn't go to the movie theaters to see the movie because of how much it costs for the movie and the popcorn and everything else. So the theaters might not break even. They might be a little, they may be a little on this part.
See?
The studios, they may recoup quite a bit of it because more people are going to be like, well, hell, I don't have to go outside to watch this movie now.
Exactly.
I can make my own $1.99 popcorn instead of spending $10.
Right.
I would just,
and go to the bathroom.
And save and save $20 on a ticket. You know, times
Exactly.
5 people, you save $100 before
Right.
concessions
So
and, like you mentioned,
while
restroom stops.
yeah, I mean, so yeah, if they're charging $25 to rent it, that may seem like a lot, but when you say, well, I was probably going to spend that anyway for 2
Mhm.
tickets and concessions,
Mhm.
and I get to watch it in the comfort of my own home, I can pause
Mhm.
it, I can go to the bathroom, I can be comfortable in my underwear. G would probably wear his underwear to the movie theater anyway.
About to say, I'm not wearing pants right now, and I could do that and watch a movie. Like what?
Seriously, it's like
Woo! Shirtless, pantless. Here I go.
Shirtless,
Watching a
pantless.
movie in
I
my
just-
boxers. Good lord.
But no, like I
Okay.
think I think overall this is going to be good.
Yeah, it's good marketing strategy.
it's very good, and I think that this could be a very cohesive. Uh, I think this could be very good for both the theaters and the studios because it's a way to kind of help both of them. Because
Right.
not going to theaters at all hurts the theaters, but
Mhm.
going strictly to theaters hurts the studios.
Yes.
So
Right.
Here's what I see AMC being able to turn around and talk to like HBO and say, all right, we'll roll with you on this, but we got to be able to charge the customers less money.
Hmm.
That's how they have to roll. And the
Right.
fact is, HBO is getting $15 per household for HBO Max. That's the cost of one person's ticket. So HBO again is taking a loss because of HBO, putting it out directly on HBO Max. The only difference is they're guaranteed it's $15 from you each month. But again, how many times would you turn around and watch a movie like an Avengers at the movie theater and shell out your $18 just to watch it?
right.
Mhm.
Didn't one of the movie theaters have a promotion where you could basically bring like 15, 20 people for like $150 and
They
use
did.
like,
They
Yeah.
did.
your social distance throughout the
Mhm.
whole theater, and it's just you guys. I mean,
That was
Mhm.
they
AMC.
can do that.
Mhm.
AMC did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
AMC.
Oh, that's right. They did do that.
that
I forget
would
about that.
be a potential thing because again, you're guaranteeing a certain amount of money, and you're making that concession. You bring as much money as you would make if you sold out a packed theater. God no.
Right.
But is it better than nothing?
But
Mhm.
they're going to make money off of it regardless. But
Mhm.
in the hindsight of Warner Brothers, they just need to be smart about it and say we want to be able to offer it to our customers
Mhm.
at the equivalent of which you're offering it, and
Right.
that's it. That's all they have to do, and I'm
Mhm.
sure they
I
won't
think,
mind.
I think Warner Brothers, they kind of, I think they, for lack of a better term, they shot their load first, and they shot a
Mhm.
little too early. They should have held off just a little bit before making those kinds of decisions, and now other venues are like,
Maybe.
maybe we can come to an agreement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what comes of it. That's ultimately we're going to see what comes of it. More to come from us. I'll say that. Definitely more to come, and we'll see where this goes with Warner Brothers and HBO
Right.
and all the other studios because they didn't.
I was going to say that. Do you
Monster-
think others? Right. You think other
Monster
studios will
Hunter
follow
just
suit?
released. I don't
I
know.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
AMC is going to last all of 2021. I think by end of 2021, AMC is not going to exist.
No.
Neither
well,
will
they've been
I
offering-
don't
neither
they've
Regal
been-
Entertainment.
AMC's been smart. They've been offering on-demand stuff as well, so they found other ways, alternatives. So it's one of those things of if they learn to figure it out, they'll be able to get on top of it without any
Right.
worries. That's
Right.
just they have to stay on top of it.
Right. And I
All
think
right.
Exactly.
it's
Go ahead,
finding
Donna.
those happy mediums. It's finding those happy mediums of saying, okay, here's the situation of what we're going through right now.
Hmm.
What can we do that is basically it's a mutual benefiting thing? It's like they have to basically not be greedy and say, listen, we have to do something. We have to meet people in the middle, or
Hmm.
we're just not going to make any money. Like they
Right.
have to give a little and say, all right, fine. You don't have to do this exclusively. We'll do a little of both. And, we're not
Right.
going to make as much, but again, half a pie is better than no pie.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the nerds, we
All
will
right.
pay. We will go buy
Nerds will
your stuff.
unite.
Yo!
Hey,
There
what's
he is.
going on? How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing great.
Sorry, I'm a
Alright.
little bit late, fellas, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
There we go.
So
Trying to
No.
another quick
lighting.
another quick article we have is Ellen Page is now Elliot Page. Came out as transgender. I applaud you.
Yes.
Which
Good
leads
job,
me to
Elliot.
wonder what's going to happen with Umbrella Academy.
I think he's still going to play. Still going to play the role. I mean,
Oh, there's no question about that.
I know that, but are
He's
they
gonna
going to
play
make
the role.
Hmm.
Are they going to make Vanya transgender on the show too?
I don't think so.
I
Elliot
think
went out and said that he's still playing.
Vanya as a female.
Yeah.
Vanya still. I mean, if you look at Vanya throughout the whole season, plural, she's always had a very androgynous look.
True.
Even her white suit
Hmm.
has
Yeah, that was
been,
dope.
it was a suit. It wasn't a
Yeah.
skirt. I think the only time Vanya wore a skirt was when she was little. So I think
Right.
Elliot is still going to portray Vanya as Vanya has been up to this point, which
Mhm.
I think it's just the way that Vanya had been written kind of leads the character to be able to be portrayed as.
I mean, she
masculine.
right. She was already very tomboyish as it was.
So
Right.
Yeah.
I think Elliot's going to be able to play Vanya with no issues. It's not going to change any aspect except for the cue cards and the titles.
Mhm.
Right. That's about it.
So I'm excited.
And they really can't because she's a very big part of next season. Obviously, she
Yeah.
should. So to make that dramatic change would actually just, in my opinion, be more harm than good because it would disrupt the show.
Right.
I hear you.
I mean,
Hmm.
to change a character, how a character is written because of the actor or actress who
Mhm.
plays them can be very off-putting.
Mhm.
That's not
Right.
to say that the person who plays the character can't put a little bit of themselves into it, but Vanya's character was already written.
Right.
The comics far preceded the
Mhm.
TV show,
Mhm.
so Vanya as a whole has already been established.
Right.
She is who she is now. Just because Elliot is portraying her now, I don't think that they're gonna. But you never know. You never know. They may decide to do something because again, wouldn't be the first time that a TV show has veered from source material.
David Jones.
I really hope not. I'm tired of this. Like, I think TV shows and comics should just stay TV shows and comics, and I think they should stay within their world and not have to come into the real world. That's the reason why we watch these shows, right? That's why we deep dive ourselves into a different reality to get away from all these, like, from everything that's like so
Very true.
gross out here, right? And now like it's just more of that, like being implemented into like it's cool, but it's like, yo, like leave my fantasy world alone. Like, let it be a fantasy world, you know?
But
I don't know.
sorry, but I'm gonna have to throw a big old butt on you though. Don't trans people deserve a fantasy world too that they can relate to?
But it is theirs already. The world is for everyone. It's not for just gamers or nerds or whatever. It's for everyone.
But I'm just saying, like, shouldn't they have somebody that they can look at for representation? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I would have loved growing up to see a legitimate fat character that wasn't a freaking sidekick or comic relief. You know, I would have loved to have seen that, but I never had that representation growing up. I would have loved to have seen that just to say, like, see, because to me, that would have been like, even, you know, because would have been.
Well, you had Amanda Waller. You know, you had the Wall.
What?
Yeah, the Blob.
Yeah, I had the Blob.
Oh, well.
You've had them.
Or a Big Bertha.
Ursula.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's.
But again,
I don't know.
that's insane. Like,
and I mean, okay.
They were the comic relief. They weren't taken seriously.
Yeah.
But okay. So define like, okay, what about what's his name from the Yellow Lanterns? Armadillo. What was his name? The
I don't know. I
it's some like big dude. Oh, and then there's Kilowog, right? Like, yeah, like those are rad. But like, even though they're mutants and they're like fantasy, like, did I ever think like, oh man, it's not representing me? Nah, I was like that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, leave the fantasy world what it is. Just I don't want to be in the reality inside a fantasy world. I'm trying to get away from all that because everybody's down each other.
You use it to escape. You use it.
That's my escape. So why is it why is it now following everything? And then everyone, the worst part about it is not that why isn't there representation, is that people go against each other over it. And that is the worst part. It's like, dude, I'm running away from this into my world, and here it is coming back all over again, all over social media, all over. You can't enjoy a show anymore without it being like about it. Like that's the most like tribal thing about it. Like, it's just all about it anymore. And I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't like
mean,
it.
Even Cara Dune, what's her name? She has her own political standpoint. Yeah, Gina Carano has her own political standpoint, but now it's into the Mandalorian and people calling for her to be fired.
Because of her political views.
And I
but
get
that's the thing. That's the thing, though, right? If we're gonna be cool about one thing, you have to be cool about everything else. If that's that's her vision, then that's her vision. Whatever. It doesn't mean that Cara Dune sucks.
Right.
Doesn't mean that her character sucks. Like,
reality and fantasy.
That her character's wearing like a mega hat or something. You know, it's just like, or whoever believes in whatever. It's not like they're walking around with like, you know, like NASCAR jerseys with "I support Trump" or "I support whatever." You know, It's like they're playing a character, and are they playing it well? That should be the end of the story. You know,
right? All that matters.
Yeah.
I support butt lickers. I support mermaids.
You mean bootios?
Ooh, bootios.
Bootios. There you go.
My God.
But yeah.
So we got another piece of news. The Last of Us TV series might be airing during the final season of The Walking Dead. So those two shows will be going head to head. It's actually going to be pretty dope because as one show ends, probably the other one's going to pick off. So that's going to be pretty dope.
Yeah.
We got the return of Indiana Jones. So the last and final movie for Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones.
I know. I'm going to get this off my chest. It's Harrison Ford is getting way too old. He's 70-something years old. Chris Pratt would have been the perfect Indiana Jones.
No.
Pass the torch to a younger actor, someone who has more energy, and you know.
Hey, listen! Stop making fun of the old people. All right.
I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. I love Harrison Ford, but he has to retire that character.
Indiana Jones search for AARP.
But they tried the torch passing with Shia LaBeouf, and that didn't work.
No, they didn't.
But they
Because,
tried to-
because it was Shia
they tried to
LaBeouf. Let's be real here.
Shia LaBeouf.
It was-
Yeah, it
But
was.
the torch passing wasn't so much a torch passing. It was
Yeah,
It was pretty forced.
yeah.
it did feel forced. Yeah.
Mhm.
He doesn't need to. I mean, I don't know. How many? Look at 007. How many people have been 007? Why can't we just have a new Indiana Jones and go on different adventures? You know,
Right.
have it be like a flashback almost. You know,
Like, okay,
and
young-
the
Like a young
Indiana
Indiana Jones. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like if
That was
now
actually a good
that
show.
Yeah, that happened many
That
years
was-
ago. There was a young Indiana Jones TV show. Who remembers that?
now they said that Harrison Ford is reprising his role as Indiana Jones, but they don't say for how much of the movie. But
Oh.
if this is going to be, you see Indiana Jones and he's geriatric and he's in his wheelchair and he like opens his eyes and remembers once upon a time yonder when he was chasing booty around all through the Sahara.
Back in my day where I got to eat my bootios.
When I didn't have to puree my bootios and withdraw.
Oh shit!
And then they go to a young version of Indiana Jones for the rest of
Yes.
the movie. That I would be okay with, as long as it's not aliens and the damn crystal balls.
And the damn crystal balls.
Indiana Jones.
We know how that turned out.
Indiana Jones, the Curse of Viagra. There's your.
Indiana Jones and not enough runway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Where the hell are you again? No,
Indiana Jones and I like them young.
he does.
He does.
I'm just gonna stop there. Don't want to talk to you accordingly.
Uh,
All
Indiana
right.
Jones are
So,
falling and you can't get up.
done. Done. Oh my god.
strong
Depends.
hand.
Why does it have to be always depends?
And did you say Indiana Jones? Where's my depends?
He
No, I
she
said
did.
Indiana Jones and the strong hand. But where's my
strong
defense
hand.
is pretty good too. But we got another quick hit. Nintendo sneakily opts out, switched owners into data sharing, according to GamingIntel.com. So it sounds like they've been opting people automatically in instead of opting you out, or giving you the option opt in or out for their data sharing. So if you have a Switch,
Yeah.
you might want to go into the settings.
You can't disable that in the setting menu. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I think-
is
think we had
Nintendo
that up on our-
spying on us?
Of course they are. Who is it?
Nintendo can spy all they want. They ain't gonna see anything. They're gonna see the black screen because I never turn my Switch on anymore.
Your poor village is dead again, huh?
Nintendo, don't be leaking my shit. You know, I'm trying to set up this OnlyFans. I'm trying to launch it like perfectly. So I don't need you to the middle of my business and get it out there before it's ready.
Son, you better start shaving then, because it's a competition out there, man.
Oh my
It
god!
is.
Oh my god!
Yup.
You.
You gotta
Oh.
shave them
No,
booty-os.
I just I just gave new meaning to my village is overrun with weeds.
Oh, good lord.
Tonight's Nerd Talk is sponsored by Nair.
Whoa.
Go for his toes.
Swamp Man. What we got next?
Funimation to acquire Crunchyroll for
Yeah,
1.2
that's
billion.
huge.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
that is
That's big.
That's gonna be epic.
That's crazy, dude. Cause like, wait, if how is that possible when HBO has Crunchyroll though?
So HBO has thank you, Chief, for asking that because that came into mind. So HBO has a partnership with Crunchyroll. But does that mean that will spill over and now it will extend to Funimation content on HBO Max?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. That's where it's heading to.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, how does Funimation have all that money to acquire Crunchyroll, because HBO gave it to him. Be like, yo, buy these. No, I'm just kidding. It can't be like that.
No.
Funimation's been around for a long ass time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
20 something years.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think,
I
yeah.
remember shit with the Funimation animation on it, and I'm like,
Dude,
They're
they're-
great pube, long hair.
And they're acquiring it for $12 billion. That's a shitload of money, man.
That's a nice chunk of change.
mhm.
Her rates went up. When I paid for her last night, she wasn't. Didn't cost that.
That was wild. So let me see.
I think that's all we have for rapid fire. We have some articles pertaining to the show topic.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Before we
we
move
can
it-
stop here for rapid fire. We can stop.
Before we move into the main topics, there's one on here that is actually not on my list that I kind of wanted to ask about because I know you guys have been kind of covering this statistically recently, and you've been live streaming it. How do you feel about the cyberpunk stuff?
Don't even get me started. I'm just kidding.
When I saw you,
All right, all right.
I can't say anything because I haven't played it yet.
No,
But I read,
no,
and
I
heard
can't.
all
the
the comments
graphics look
online.
legit to me. Like they look legit. Like I don't know what's the big deal or why they're pulling it. Is there problems with it?
It's because apparently on PlayStation 4 and base PlayStation 4 Xbox One, there are a ton of bugs. Multiple updates were sent on PSN and Xbox Live to patch the games. The games were still buggy. There were bricking systems. They said the game was great, but the bugs.
I mean,
just-
There's some bugs.
there are
Bug.
bugs, but it's running pretty smooth for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
well, unless they
I
have
don't
a
know.
PS4 Pro or
Look.
you know.
I don't
As-
know.
As a Cyberpunk 2077 widow, he's been playing it on his desktop. on his
Yeah.
PC.
Oh, so you can still access
It
it.
would-
It's not all
But, I know the
platforms.
game was built on PC architecture first
Okay.
before porting it to consoles.
Oh, good.
That's where the problem lies. Well,
Yeah, so
besides the rabid fans
Mhm.
that were pushing CD Projekt Red to push the game out early.
I mean,
Years.
I know-
somebody posted like a meme where it says where people are like mad. They're like, "Where's the game? Why haven't you put it out?" So then they put it out, and they're like, "Why has it got so many bugs?" And it's like, for the love of God, it's like they can't win.
What are you complaining about? You complain about, oh, you want the game to be released
Yeah.
early, and they complain, oh, there's
Right.
bugs, and you want refunds from PSN and Xbox Live? Come on.
It's like
Yeah.
people aren't gonna be fucking.
People are pathetic.
They're like,
well,
they're
actually,
fucking-
no, go ahead, Shada.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like, they've been told it's like, it works perfectly, really good on this, but we're working to get it out. Just be patient. And they're like, no, we don't want to wait. We want it now. It's like, okay,
We want it now.
but-
Dang.
but we're good. Okay, so we'll give this to you now, but it might have a little glitches. We want it now. Why has it got glitches? Why'd you give us an unfinished game?
It's true. You get what you ask for. I mean, look how many times just this year it was delayed. I mean, it's one of those things of you get what you ask for. The
Right.
publisher has
Yeah.
committed to giving everyone a refund that's not happy with it.
Yeah.
So it's either take it or leave it. If you keep it, you don't have a right to complain.
Yeah.
Mommy
Yeah,
Fates,
so-
I know what you're talking about. I'm just surprised that you were watching that long when I was turning the character and that shit was like, yeah.
Talking about his penis, though.
Oh,
Let me find out. Was the first thing to comment about.
What did I miss?
Oh, you should have seen the stream. Well, guess you didn't watch it then. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I gotta part of me wants to give him a break. Part of me is like that's what happens when you get greedy as fuck to the investors. You know, oh shoot, you wanted to get the game out before Christmas. You wanted to like rack up whatever, while at the expense of the developers, like name and who they are and what they represent, and this is what you get. Now they realize like, yo, when somebody tells you, yo, we're not ready to like put it out until next year, listen to
they're
them.
not ready.
But to the people, to the gamers, like
They
you guys
wanted.
got Fallout 76. You know what happened.
That was another one. That was
You
another big
played
one.
Anthem. You know what happens. Like when
else?
games aren't ready, man.
The last
And
of Us
yet
two.
What other game had an issue? Oh, the Outer Worlds had issues too.
you smell the fish and then you still go for the dive.
Destiny.
Come on,
Destiny.
man. Come on, man. That's
Yo,
what I'm talking
I mean-
about, yo.
Look, as long as it wasn't the whole, at least it's not as bad as Bless Online.
Oh shit.
I heard about that.
That's wild.
Look, it's not as bad as Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Oh.
I
Or
still
Battlefront.
I still
Oh
have
yeah, exactly. That
of
too.
poor E talking about how bad that thing crashed his
Fucking game wouldn't even load.
wouldn't load,
Mhm.
or it would be like 2 hours into a load and then it fucking crashes.
It would crash. I'd fight Ozaru Vegeta and it'd crash after beating him. It literally like,
Wow.
and then there you have the trunks, you have the capsule time machine option to go back to other stories. You think I'm going back to that story? Hell no.
No.
Nah,
Where's the
my
option
dude-
to
my
go
dude
back?
kept-
Where's the option to go back before I paid for that shit? Like, where's that?
My dude kept looking
Seriously.
into the disc tray. He was like, kept blowing into it. Like, yo, maybe there's some dust that's not letting. Yo, let me take the CD out and let me clean it, man. Like, yo, he was tight, yo. All we heard for like 2 weeks straight was him like bitching about it. He was just mad about it. But yo, he's right though, because he was getting his ass handed to him. I'd be mad
Yo.
too. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get that day one. I waited like 3 months to get that game.
Oh really? Oh really? Wow.
So you would figure day one to update. So here's my problem. You're publishing a game. So by the time 3 months in, you're ready, you should be reprinting. Why are you not releasing with updates? Why are you releasing the original file? That's what I'm not understanding is
Right.
when after the initial print of the game, you have so many opportunities to release the game with updates. Now I get you, storage capacity. But it shouldn't be an issue because you're switching out source code.
Right.
So it's one of those things of, oh, we added this source code to help that corrupted source code. It shouldn't be that issue that you're not being able to capture maximum, you don't want to go over the maximum space that you have. So
Right.
I just wonder if it's something where game developers, it's more expensive to turn around and say, oh, stop the presses, we need your to run this press of this new date.
Yeah.
But
Could
that's
be.
something that they really should ultimately look into.
But I,
Because
you know
now
what? Mhm.
I think you're improving the gamer's experience by this is version 1.5 when you get it. So now that they're going home, they're dropping the disc into the machine, and now they're not waiting for a 2-hour file upload
Oh,
Right.
good
or
point. Good point.
download.
Yeah.
So I don't think this game was intended for like last gen console. I don't think so, because the
No.
shit that's going on in there, you really it really needed to come out in next gen and PC. Like that was the only way that you could play it. Like if you're expecting a Switch version of this,
Highly unlikely.
you're gonna have to wait for like 5-6 years for that to
Get the
come
fuck
out.
out of here. That ain't happening.
It's not happening. I'm telling you
No.
right now. No, it's not happening.
No, I have a feeling, like you just said, Kalo, in about maybe 3-5 years, they won't release it on Switch. They'll probably release it on Switch Pro whenever that happens.
True.
Think about that,
But I think
because that'll
in the
be a fully capable HD console. The storage
stop
capacity
fingering
will
the
be increased.
screen.
Oh, he's out. and and I think card size will go from 32 gigs to probably
There it was the camera.
I think 128 maybe max, 4 times the storage space
Yeah.
with no additional downloads except
Alright.
for updates. Please, Nintendo.
Now,
Ugh.
since we're talking about investors, right? Can we talk about this whole like Disney investors and the whole, everything that went down with that?
Oh,
Do that.
Aside from Cyberpunk, like we already know, Cyberpunk, you're gonna take a beating. Like whenever you get up, you get up. But right now, can we
Yeah.
talk about that investor meeting though?
I gotcha, man. Gotcha, bro.
Whew.
Because
Let's
it fits
do
right
this.
into that.
Okay.
They dumped a ton of us, ton of things on us in that call, right?
Hmm.
A ton. I was expecting
Where do you even start?
right. I was
Ooh.
expecting Ironheart. That came out of nowhere for me.
Oh, seriously, that Cody, that Rhodes and Ironheart shit. Oh,
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. That was,
Oh,
That came
And
out of
what if-
nowhere for me. Miss
Did you guys-
Marvel.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Just say about Miss. I
uh-oh.
thought they might do it, but I wasn't expecting it. What else came out of that? That was just like they
So
totally.
how about like, did you guys like Hawkeye's daughter costume?
It was all right.
It was all right, right? Like,
all right.
It was all right.
I mean, I'm hoping for like a Young Avengers kind of thing coming out. You know, I'm hoping
It's
that
possible.
I would
for like
love
the
a Young
future.
Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It looked pretty Dollar City to me, but
Yeah, pretty generic, right? But maybe that's what they were trying to do. Remember when like they came out with like Captain Ant-Man and they had all these like generic ass clothing on and shit, and it was really to throw us off, you know, for the movie. I think all that is just really hype. I think, but I think it's gonna be good. I mean,
and they got Haley Steinfeld, which I think is awesome casting. I think she's going to do great.
Yeah.
It's Kate Bishop. So
yeah.
Yeah.
She looked really good at it.
I'm happy I didn't like really hear more like WandaVision because I was kind of sick of that, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Over it, man. Over it. I'm sorry. Like, I can think of the show in the past that, like, the more I see the trailers, the less interested I am. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it's like
All
The
I can
more
think of
of
is
this show, the less interested I get.
Yeah.
yeah. They're trying to push that show really hard.
yeah.
Am I the only one?
You're not the only one, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one.
I was sick of hearing about WandaVision like the
Oh, yeah.
fourth time I heard the term WandaVision. Like I said, all I could think of is like Activision or like some. I'm like, what the fuck?
Don't
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
You just didn't like the White Claw. Don't lie.
Elizabeth Olsen. We understand you're the forgotten Olsen that no one gives a shit. But
Yeah, she
Oh,
is.
please stop putting me from your. I don't need to see you anymore. Don't.
Just couldn't.
Damn, that's like a really sad breakup, man. Like, but hey, you got to the point. All right.
Yeah.
What else did we get from that investor?
You're the ugly sister. No joke. I'm joking.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
The ugly sister and the other two are fucking look like
Skeletons.
I'm about to
I
say.
said it.
on crack. That's
Yeah.
They look
Especially-
like the Tunnel City from Vegas, from Las Vegas.
They look like
Fucking
you
Skeletor.
know what, no.
Oh, Mary Kate Olsen, right? She like
They look like
Like-
heroin hookers from like
They
Central
do.
City.
yeah,
Point.
yeah,
From the
yeah
point,
they both look sickly.
Oh, what is it, Mammy Face? We hit a sweet spot.
It's like stop.
Too late.
It looks like like you go to a truck stop and you run into one of them. You know, like
Oh,
You got a lot
Oh,
of
you
trucks
know what?
over in Kansas, huh?
we do,
They're
man.
it reminds me of that one time, and I don't know if I told this story on the air before yet. But that
Uh-oh.
it had to be like 90 something. It was Thanksgiving. Me and Long decided to go to Blockbuster to go
oh
get
no.
some stupid game. I decided to go to Blockbuster. I'm like, oh, you want to come with me? Like, yeah, sure. It's known as all out. We're walking back. We never like walking in the same direction. So we literally make a big loop around the neighborhood to go to Blockbuster. So here we are. We're walking down Astoria Boulevard, and I think it's like 23rd Street or a little bit past Crescent. And all we hear is there's no one out. And this lady just standing there comes out. Gobble, happy Thanksgiving, want a party. Chick with a hooker, like nastily, like
It was a hooker. Late in the middle of the night. It was like,
happy Thanksgiving on a party.
what was it like?
She was like a wildebeest, bro.
And she looked like an Olsen twin.
She just looked really scraggly. Ugh.
That's where I was going with it. Is that she looked like one of the Olsens.
Gotcha.
Damn.
How many teeth do you have?
I don't know.
I can't walk it.
It
was like
was
20
On the other hand, Long on the other hand was reaching for his pocket and like, yo, we gotta go.
Were you reaching for
Long,
the other hand?
You were about that game, Lon?
Oh my! Come on, let's get the hell out of here. She's
You're like,
freaking
I'm gonna pay her so she goes away. He was.
Yeah. I'll catch up
I
with
think
you
I was
later.
eager for somebody to shut her
My
up.
man was like, yo, you ever played with some Transformers?
more than meets the eye.
Be like, yo, you want to gobble some Transformers?
Oh, let's roll out.
You want to see my Ultra Magnus? My Omega
Hey, yo.
Supreme?
Yeah, right, Shauna. Hey, yo, E, you about
was
to
even
roll
hot
out.
rod. Oh God!
I got some mink ones too.
Oh my God, no, all I can hear is the truth.
Oh God!
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
It would've been funny.
I love it.
That shit would have been funny if she was like,
oh, run! Oh God!
Arise, Rodimus
Fellas.
Prime, arise! You got the touch.
yo, what
Can
are
we
you guys
focus
doing,
on,
man?
Can
Alright,
we
let's get back.
get back into what we're talking about before we got off course?
Sorry about that.
Disney investors.
You guys got investors?
No, Marvel movies. Let's continue where we left before we veered off course.
What you got? What you got, player?
Oh no, What If? That looks pretty good. I never expected
What are you
to see.
drinking? For Loco?
Oh, what are you drinking, Adrian? Oh, Four Loco? Oh God.
Wait, what?
Margarita.
Yes, can.
Oh,
Okay.
Strawberry. Oh, okay.
You're a level above a White Claw. I'm proud of you.
Just for now, yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't decide.
Margarita. Oh,
I couldn't
Okay.
decide. So
Oh,
BB-8? What?
blind date.
Blind date.
okay.
Interesting.
Better have brewing in Bristol.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you about them optics. I
Like
got.
the camera.
I think we haven't tried Robot Fish yet.
What
We've
the
tried
hell's
the
that?
other one,
That's
the
cool.
superhero like sidekick or something, but we haven't tried this
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So this is pretty nice. It's got a nice little golden. It's like a big
Nice.
head though.
beautiful, man.
Nah, that's not a
Thanks.
foam.
Love it.
I'm only having two tonight.
Oh,
Sure about that?
Ooh, this shit is hoppy. Whew. All right.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure about that. Only having two.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay.
But speaking-
that's clear. So where else were we? What else did Marvel drop on us? Dude,
Speaking
it's a lot
of,
shit.
we're kind of on the tangent of Miss Marvel a little bit. They did announce that Miss Marvel will make her movie appearance in Captain Marvel 2.
Nice.
Mm.
How do you feel about this? The grown
No, I
kind of gave it away.
didn't feel like part one, so I don't know.
I don't know, man.
My expectations are low for Captain Marvel 2. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm hoping it tanks. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Unless they get a different actress, you
Is
know.
it because of Brie Larson? I was about to say it's because of Brie Larson.
I mean, listen,
It's
she's been
just-
trying. She's been doing her best. Okay, she's got her own YouTube page, and like on the third video, like but she's doing all right, I guess. So I don't know. She's trying to win the fans back. I just don't know if it's worth it. See,
I
he's like,
don't
I'm
know.
out of here, yo.
No.
He's like, I'm going on a bathroom break. Fuck this.
I don't know. I wasn't feeling part one. It was just
No, she was just
No.
mad the entire time. I didn't like it.
she was
Yeah,
just
no, I
pissed
didn't-
off at everybody. Like, what the hell?
Put something in her mouth and shut it up already.
Oh god.
Go ahead, Lo.
I meant a sandwich, guys. She needs to eat.
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I know.
hungry right now. I'll have a sandwich, man.
Two, please.
These days.
She needs to eat.
Yeah.
I keep getting that. I got the camera on phone. Got to get used to this.
I wasn't sure which way we were going. Like when I went upside down, going, it was like, no, I'm not. I'm not.
I was like, whoa, wait a
Be right
minute.
back. Hold on. No.
no.
No, you ain't lose me. I'm just lighting up.
Oh,
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah, we can't,
right. Oh, where's there any? Oh, there he goes.
Christmas tree, man. Lighting up the Christmas tree.
Okay. Do we fall?
Oh,
No,
Oh, yes.
No. kinda.
So, here's what will make Captain Marvel 2 good. The introduction of Rogue. The introduction of Rogue.
Oh, who?
Bam. Bam. That's all they need to do. Introduce Rogue.
Mhm.
Oh, I heard something about like Rogue being introduced into Captain Marvel,
Rogue.
Yeah.
but I
Ro,
don't know.
Ro and Miss Marvel, both.
I don't know. I would totally see a chick flick since that's what that's
Hey, Ninja Jade.
what everybody's doing. What?
But that's a quote from the new Indiana Jones movie, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Help up, Olin, and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we know Ninja Jade? I
What?
think we do. I think we know Ninja Jade.
Yeah, we do. We do.
I think she's
Family member of the show.
Stuff. What happened to Long?
He rolled out.
Oh, a hooker.
Sorry
There he
about
is.
that. I
Look
pressed
at
the
the
wrong.
boy.
I pressed the wrong tab. I'm like, oh shit. Sorry.
Okay, you did that one time.
He had to adjust
No,
his Optimus Prime.
I click login. I'm like, oh crap. What did I do? Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, throw out.
You need to learn to hit the right button.
Huh?
You need to learn to hit the right button.
So
So, I
okay,
mean-
so a couple things, right?
Yes.
That's one that's going to go into the other. Okay, see now I'm seeing the vision. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. All right, so Doc Ock coming back.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
mean we're going to get Toby back
I think so.
and Charlie Cox coming into the whole Spider-Man universe and shit? That's fucking exciting. Because now are we
Yeah,
talking
so good.
like Defenders? Like, what's the plot in the
No
city
idea.
now to have to bring him back in?
I think so because I heard they're talking to Jessica Jones too. They're talking to Kristen Ritter as well.
Oh,
Mhm.
where'd you hear from? We got this covered.
No. Fuck them guys.
Oh, that
Cosmic News.
that's a reputable site.
I heard it from the dude down the street who was selling weed. You heard it from
You heard it from the gobble gobble. What's her name?
Oh god, the gobble gobble hooker. Oh god. No.
Anyways, so
No. I don't know why Ernie brought that story back. That was scary as hell.
Okay, we can make a shirt out of that. Gobble gobble hooker.
wait,
The gobble
Wait.
gobble gobble gobble
Wait.
boys.
that was
All right, but-
scary.
Whoa, I lost Arnie.
That was a scary night. Yeah, I was scarred. I was
It was
scarred.
very nice. As you see, he's not used to women.
Oh no! All right, no. All right, all right.
And then.
moving on.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four getting a reboot.
Oh man.
Yeah,
All right.
buddy.
How
All
many
right,
times
This,
are they gonna
this is
use
the
that
second time.
But
Tell
this,
him, Sean.
Third time.
Tell him,
but
Sean.
this time, Kevin
Oh,
Feige,
no,
the Savior, has a hold of it. It's going to be great.
No.
Oh, third time, right? My bad.
There's
Third time's a charm, but I'm kind of. It's got to have John Krasinski at this point in time. That's
And
the only way
Emily
I'm down with
Blunt.
it.
Emily
And
Blunt.
who will be the last two?
Oh, I don't care. Michael Chiklis. I like Chiklis.
He was a decent Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
But the problem
I mean,
if you're gonna have him back, it's gonna be really fucky to have other people as
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
have one original actor, you kind of have to have the rest of them because it just
True.
won't.
Yeah.
There's
bring back Chris Evans.
No, I don't think Chris Evans will
That'd
come
be-
back to play.
I don't think
That would
I
be
don't
too
think-
scarring, in my opinion, because he's
Yeah.
like it'd be too
I don't think
scarring.
they can afford him, to be honest with you, at this point.
I mean, but if you're going to reboot Fantastic Four yet again, are you going to start with Doctor Doom yet again?
Yeah.
Maybe it's possible.
Oh, you can't, you know.
I think
Then
they
you're
just
doing
need
the
to
same
let-
mistake.
Just let fans
But
have
but
it.
Kevin Feige, that's what the people are going to tell you. Kevin Feige
Yeah, like,
is the key, and he can't do no wrong, which we know is a lie, but that's what they'll tell you.
yeah.
They're just
Make this all
Can he
great.
turn that franchise around? Let's be honest here.
So then do what they did with Spider-Man Homecoming. He's already established as with his powers, so I'm giving it to you.
Hmm.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Fantastic's going to buy the
Avengers Tower.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's going to be your introduction there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Shauna, what were we going to say?
I was just, when it came on the screen about Fantastic Four getting a reboot, what was the
Mhm.
collective thing? It was, exactly. Even in the comments. So if no one at this point is even remotely excited,
Yeah.
this is going to be a total bomb. I mean, which could potentially suck if it is a good movie, but just nobody cares. Like at this
Yeah.
point, you've had the movies, they were what they were, and at this point, you're like, you know what, just stop. Just
You've diluted the brand way too much. Like
you don't
it's
fuck it.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
give Silver Surfer his own movie.
Yeah.
Because that's something that you could potentially really play off of quite a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
how are you going to have Galactus and Silver Surfer as like a bit part?
I know.
For me?
Oh, don't even get me started with Galactus.
So you're saying
Freaking Cloud. Come on.
Fantastic Four would have to have some sort of build up then? 4 movie kind of thing? Deal?
No, I think they should.
Maybe.
I just think the Fantastic Four should just get flushed down the toilet, find somebody else, and.
But wait, don't you think that's the problem though? That like every movie, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying like every movie has been so rushed if it's so much and it just never really like you can't like Silver Surfer movie. Being in that movie in that movie like that is like you have to really dive into Silver Surfer.
You
Yeah.
gotta know, like you.
Yo,
need to
you
know
can't
who
do
Silver
it in one
Surfer
movie.
was
You
before
can't half-ass that. You can't half-ass
Yeah.
it.
And
No.
Silver
Yeah.
Surfer is a big part.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So
Okay, so there's this guy who's.
that was a wasted
part of the
opportunity
world.
on the character. I mean, come on.
Yes.
So
yes.
maybe they have to have a trilogy.
I will say this: like, if out of the two main two properties they required, the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, the one that makes the most sense and the one that you would introduce the easiest would be the Fantastic Four, because you're gonna have to do a lot of more explaining with mutants than you would with bringing in Reed Richards and gang. That can either be.
You're absolutely right. Interesting.
So if they're
Yeah.
keen on bringing in one of those properties and bring them into the MCU, Fantastic Four is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because X-Men, you're gonna have to do a lot. At this point, I think you have to do a lot. You have to recon, because to me, X-Men is a harder sell right now.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because the last
Nah.
couple movies left a bad taste in my mouth, particularly.
Not only that, but the universe is not set up for it. It's just
Yeah,
not-
you're right.
I mean,
Mhm.
But Doctor Strange will set that all up. That's the problem. And this is where
Maybe.
Scarlet Witch is going to set up she's going to cast the Indiana Jones stone to set it all forth in motion, where we're now going to have the Fantastic Four and also the X-Men. You would have to retcon some of the X-Men. You're going to have to retcon Magneto and Quicksilver.
Right.
You're going to need to explain why there's two Quicksilvers. Why there's two there's
yeah.
two Scarlet Witches. They're going to have to really fix that, where they're going to have to have where universe collides.
yeah, they're gonna have to be very smart on how they play this,
Mhm.
or
Hmm.
as Mommy put it, you're gonna have another Justice League debacle where
Oh,
so much thrown at you that you don't understand.
yeah.
So, like he was saying about how you're gonna have to explain how there's two Scarlet Witches or this. I think this is going to be a very fine line of doing something profitable
Right.
and
Right.
making the fans happy.
I mean-
I mean, yeah. You know what? You're right. Really quick. If you were an investor, would you greenlight say, yeah, let's do another Fantastic? The only way you would do it is if you knew what else was like bound to happen, and you were like, that's gonna work. Let's do it.
whatever is tied then to the Fantastic Four has to be really
Yes.
fucking good
Yeah.
on this movie.
Yep.
So then that would mean people probably aren't going to be excited for the Fantastic Four so much as they are what's coming after it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're already retconning in the sense of they're no longer, unless they do this and this takes place in the past, and you have to explain where they've been all this time. But they're already retconning the fact that they're not Marvel's first family. So, but to me, how you bring them in, like I said, is super easy. You just have Reed Richards buy the building, and then in the movie, they go do their mission and they become the Fantastic Four. That's a pretty easy sell, I think. I mean, you're already messing with timeline that comic book fans know, but it's from the movie going audience. I don't think it's going to be that jarring. It's going to be like, okay, this is fine. This is cool.
Yeah, I mean, they already did that stuff with Infinity Wars.
Mhm.
So at this point, I think they realized, okay, we can bend the source material, and the nerds are still going to be happy.
Oh, we're having a Miss Cleo moment.
Uh-oh.
Perfect
It is.
time to bring them in.
It is.
Perfect time to bring them in is in Spider-Man 3. Looking at the Daily Bugle and one of those tickers, Reed Richards buys a Avengers building. Just throw them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Reed Richards buys Avengers building. Promises upgrades.
Now
That's the building.
if they're smart, yeah. If
And that'd be
they're
the
smart,
tease.
They'll pepper in here and there. Like you'll see the ticker, you'll see something about Johnny here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a TV show. Like you don't see him, but they're promoting something for him, or something with the labs and everything. Like you don't have to necessarily see them, but you can see about them. That would
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Think about this the villains of Spider-Man, right? Like Hydro Man, I think his name is, right? Sandman.
Yeah.
They're all kind of elemental, and so even saying like, oh, and then there's just like big rock guy who's like a hero or whatever, and you'll know it's like you kind of get an idea that it's like
exactly. Yes.
The Thing, right? And then
Right.
be like that kind of like view might bring them into. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's over
You're
surface.
right.
They can make like I'll show comment like an unidentified object was discovered in the sky, or it's like
Right.
a headline.
Multiple sightings of unknown silver streak.
Alien. Right.
Like you said, Shauna,
Nice
peppered.
stuff.
Well,
Yep.
You know, you pepper
How about
them
this?
nicely where it's not obnoxious, but it
Mhm.
gets kind of like, wait,
Just
what?
subtle
Yep.
enough.
fantastic.
That's right.
Headline: Fantastic family missing. Heroes needed to find them.
There you go.
Mhm. Yep.
Now, that gives you a reason to bring together the Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and
She-Hulk.
Wolverine. The new
Hmm.
Fantastic Four, when they went looking for the missing Fantastic Four.
Ah, right.
There you go.
Wow.
Work with what you already have.
Yes.
So this is why we haven't seen them, because they've been missing for God knows how long. Now you
Right.
recruit this new set of the current heroes that you already have, and voila, they will find them, introduce us to the Fantastic Four. Why? This team is going to call themselves the Fantastic Four. They find a
Yeah.
family, and they have their powers already. Wow, you
Right.
skip that whole origin story, and they just
Right.
boom, they start the ground running.
Because maybe the government kept it under wraps, and they're like, and then they bring in like the Avengers. Be like, hey, this has been under wraps. So we need them. We need to find them.
Yeah.
You think you're the people for the job. Maybe they're stuck in
That makes sense.
maybe they're like I said, they can mess with things. Maybe they're stuck in like the quantum realm, and so you can bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Mhm. And,
So
you know, that's kind of the best part about having comics the way that they are is the realm of possibility
Mm-hmm.
is infinite.
Mhm.
Legitimately, it's an infinite possibility on how you can write things to make
Yeah.
it work for your narrative without it being far-fetched,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
especially to the fans.
Yeah, in Ant-Man, because that's the third Ant-Man movie was called like Ant-Man Quantumania, or
I think Quantumania. That's it.
Yeah,
Quantumania. Yeah.
so you could do that there. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Mhm.
But like I said, the harder sell, like I was mentioning before, is mutants. Because how do you explain that they've been on this earth and we didn't know about them?
Good point.
They were there, but we just never saw them. It's just
They
they
were
were not
there, but
acknowledged.
because of the mutant registry, they went underground and they just kind of wanted to lay low and chill without
Right.
exposing themselves. I mean,
True.
unlike
Maybe.
any other superhero, well, I think there was one or two couple times where there was like the superheroes, but for the most part, mutants had the whole anti-mutant, the mutant registration, the whole legislation against them.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot of other, not a whole lot of other superheroes had that problem where they
Right.
had to hide who they were for fear of, imprisonment. So, gonna wrap Deadpool in. Yeah, that was all about mutants.
That'll work.
And they had that mutant, the mutant collar.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Held off
Maybe-
their powers.
Yeah, maybe you treat them like aliens, like it's just with a big cover-up type of thing. Could be.
Yeah, they could say like, oh no, these are aliens. They were aliens.
Secret
But
Wars.
I
Secret
feel
Wars.
that so you could kind of explain.
They even gave. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
You could explain their kind of silence as they were in hiding.
Mhm.
Because so many of the mutants can pass as regular people, and the other probably legitimately and literally went underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could be with in space with Nick Fury,
Yeah.
the real Nick Fury.
The real Nick Fury.
Shield hired them to do some
Another
research.
one.
And another one, Devin. Let me stop because I'm
And
giving
another
these
one.
writers damn ideas, and I am not going to get my shot. Sorry, wrong movie.
Yo, I heard he don't like to eat out and shit. Is that true?
Who?
DJ Khaled.
Oh, I don't know. The hell if I know.
Never mind.
That dude be on that.
You always get it.
I get it.
But yeah, these are all great ideas, and I think